Like to say shalom, giving all praises to Yahawashi. Also give a double honors to the elders of GMS and honors to the Akim, and peace and blessings to the brothers and sisters that listen to Hopeful Elect. And I'd like to do today, a quick spiritual review on the movie Black Panther. Jake is, pretty much going crazy over this movie, man. And we know the word Wakanda, means great spirit. And this is Esau's witchcraft, man. Esau strategically brought this movie out at this time period to make you Negroes, which that's not who you are. You're Israelites, but to make you believe that you're African, man. That's the reason why, because he see this truth is growing. So he strategically brought that movie out at this day and time, man. All right, to try to what? To drug you back to sleep. A lot of Jakes is wearing the dashikis and, getting caught up into that, man. That's what the scripture says concerning the serpent. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord power had made," man. Which the serpent was a characteristic of a certain man, which we know who that man today is. So Esau, man, the so-called white man today. And he is the most subtle and the most cunning beast in the field, man. All right? And, a lot of our people, they missed the point in that movie, man. It showed, quote unquote, blacks in a positive light. It showed royalty, loyalty, because we were once upon a time a royal people, man. The Most High said in Jeremiah 2:21, he said, Jeremiah 2:21, he said, "Yet I planted thee a noble vine, holy, a right seed. How then I'll turn into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?" Okay, because we in the valley of the dry bones, which is America. And when we came on this side of the world, we lost our heritage, man. We lost that ancient way of doing things. That's how we became a degenerate plant. All right. So, a lot of Jakes was mesmerized by that, man, which that was a good thing. And also in the movie, they showed the female general, she threw her wig. She threw her wig at the oppressor, man. So rejecting that whole Edomite standard of beauty. Okay. And another thing in the movie, one of the main themes in the movie, Wakanda, which means great spirit, that part of Africa. So Africa was the richest nation in the world and most technologically advanced because of vibranium. And the reason why it was so advanced is because the white man, aka the devil, did not colonize it. That's the reason why it was so prosperous. Okay, that's one of the main things they tried to highlight as well. They tried to showcase as well, man. Show you that Esau, man, you are the source of the world's problems, man. Okay, hell, North America, with the Native Americans, right here, was considered a paradise before you came. Okay, they had their own civilizations, their canals, they lived off the earth. You see what I'm saying? Esau came and he brought diseases, smallpox, rats, polluted everything, man. Polluted the water, polluted the very air that he has to breathe. Gave you GMOs and created this whole concrete jungle, man. This mess, man. That's why the scripture says, I'm going to read some scriptures and go in and out. It's going to be long. It says Micah chapter 2, verse 2. It says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage." So scripture says you covet fields. Fields is what? Lands, countries, continents. And you take them by violence. Took in North America by violence. Hell, South America, the indigenous islands. Pilgrimage, west coast of Africa, South Africa, you in the Middle East now. It goes on and on and on. And the scripture says you what? You oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage, because you beat our nationality out of us. That's why Jake is always clinging to Africa, man. Clinging to Egyptology, clinging to Pan-African, because they lost their heritage. You see? So scriptures got y'all marked, man. Another thing they showed in the movie, if your spiritual eyes is open. Killmonger, which they had as the villain, which he was truly the hero, which I'll go into that in a little minute. When he defeated T'Challa in the ceremonial battle, he had a ceremony where you digest the vibranium, and he went back and he spoke to his father, and he pulled out something in the drawer, and you could see in the book it was clearly Hebrew writings, man, Hebrew symbols. Okay, and it was mixed in with other symbols. That's the devil mixing the truth with a lie. Okay, also in that battle, in that civil war, the dude that was in Get Out, he blew the ram's horn, man. Come on, man. That was clear as day, man. Okay? But your eyes got to be spiritually open to see that. That's why Yahawashi said, Luke chapter 10, verse 23. He said, and he turned unto him and to his disciples and said privately, blessed are the eyes which see the things that ye see. For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. So Lord considered his disciples blessed above all, because their eyes were open. The same thing as us. We've been unplugged from the matrix, man. So we see things and we know things, man, that the average person can't see. So you would just look at movies as entertainment. Nah, man, it's all kind of symbolism, man. It's all kind of hidden messages. All right? And they showed that in the movie. They showed the connection between you Jakes over here and West Africa. All right? Especially when Killmonger went in the museum. Okay, those different West African tribes were all Israelites, man. Because like we said, they showed the Hebrew symbols. And also they he blew the ram's horn, man. Okay, so Esau knows who you are. Okay? He knows who you are, man. And one of the conflicts in the movie was that Killmonger, who they consider the villain, which he was really the hero. Okay, which they usually call people like that the anti-villain. You know, he is a villain, but he has heroic goals and personality traits and virtues. But they think his means of getting there is not just. All right, which Killmonger was the true hero, man, because he wanted to use the vibranium to help Negroes around the world that was suffering underneath the hands of the oppressor. And T'Challa, just like his father, wasn't wanting to be concerned with the world's problems, man. Just wanted to be concerned with Wakanda. And that's what you call an Uncle Tom and a Coon, because you want to keep all the wealth to yourself, man. Okay? See what I'm saying? And you know, that's Esau, man. That's what the scripture says, Isaiah 29:16. You know, the good guy is the bad guy, man, and the bad guy is the good guy. That's what scripture says. Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. They turn things upside down. This devil loves doing that. That's what this place is called, Babylon or confusion. Because everything is turned upside down. Or everything that should be is not, and everything that's not should be, man. Everything that's good is evil, and everything that's evil is good. Okay, so they show you that even in that movie. When you look at other movies, like General Zod and Superman, General Zod was in the right spirit. Okay, General Zod was about his nation. And Superman was a assimilated coon. Same thing with Koba and Caesar in Planet of the Apes. Okay, Koba was in the right spirit. Koba didn't trust the white man, man. And Caesar was like, no. But in the third movie, Caesar started waking up and started seeing that Koba was right. Okay? Even when you go into X-Men, Magneto versus Professor X, you know, Magneto wants the mutants to take their rightful place, and Professor X just wants to integrate. All right? So, and the Most High ain't with that, man. Okay? The Most High is not with that, man. And that's why, now I do give a lot of Edomites was mad because they saw you Jakes in a state of rulership, man. Get mad, man. We don't give two shits, man. Okay, and it's just a movie, man. See, it's okay for you to make your white cartoons and your movies and your superheroes and your white Jesus and all these religious movies are white people, man. It's okay. But you have Jakes who have, one little film, which Jake was way too excited about, but you have one little film and y'all getting upset, man. See, show you that these devils are not your friend, man. And they don't want to ever see you in no form of rulership, man, or royalty without their involvement. You see, because that's that inner racism and hatred. Okay, and you did have a forum which a lot of Jakes agreed with Killmonger. You see what I'm saying? So, if a movie spark your mind, man, well, all glory to Yahawashi for who you see who your true enemy is. That's why Peter said, 2 Peter 3:1, this second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, in both which I stir up your pure mind by the way of remembrance. And that's what we go out on them highways and hedges to do. To store up your pure mind in the way of remembrance. Who you are and who your enemy is. Who your power is. And why we fell as a nation. Because we turned our back on our power. You see what I'm saying? So, but we stirring up your pure minds, man. You see? And Esau being exposed. This white man being exposed for who he is, man. The lying devil hypocrite. The world is seeing your shame, Esau, man. These other nations are seeing that you're not about democracy and freedom. That you're to the contrary. That you're a violent man who abided not in his house. That's why they got rid of net neutrality. Because this truth is out, man. That's what it says, Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. So the Most High made you bare. He's exposing you. Your nakedness is being seen. Okay, and there's nothing you could do at this point, man. So the Most High is going to use whatever avenue he wants to stir Jake up. And if a movie do it, hey, so be it, man. Okay, but there was definitely a lot of hidden messages in that movie, man. Okay, and like I said, Killmonger was in the right spirit to rise up against the oppressor, man. Okay, those that slay us daily, because that's the true enemy. All right, and it says Jeremiah 48:10. It says, "Cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood," man. It says, "Curse unto you that keepeth back his sword from blood." It's going to be a race riot in this country. Okay, and all you Uncle Toms and your T'Challas, y'all gonna get thrust through. Okay, that Martin Luther King dream, that never existed, man. That was a nightmare, man. Okay, that's fantasy. All right. So the Most High also said, this is the book of Joel, chapter 3. We're gonna read it. Joel chapter 3, verse 3. And he said, "And if they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink." This is going into the transatlantic slave trade. They sold us for harlots, they sold us for wine, musky guns. Alright? Yeah, what do you have to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? That's them Africans, them authentic Africans. Okay, because those are not our brethren. They know that. Okay, you do have a lot of our people that's on the western coast of Africa and other parts of the world. See? But those quote-unquote Hamites, Africans, they know who you Negroes are, man. Alright? And all the coast of Palestine, which are them Arabs. Alright? So the Arabs and the Africans sold you Israelites, you Negroes, the southern kingdom, into slavery. Will he render me a recompense? If he recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah, which are you so-called African Americans, you Negroes in America, you're from the tribe of Judah. And the children of Jerusalem, which who was there in Jerusalem, Benjamin and Levi, after the kingdom split. Those three tribes are left. So Benjamin and Levi, the children of Jerusalem, you West Indians and you Haitians. Have ye sold unto the Grecians? Who are the Grecians? The white man. This is right here in the scriptures. And this is what the Most High said, that he might remove them far from their border. What was our border? Our homeland? Jerusalem, man. Okay? After 70 AD, we fled Jerusalem, went to the eastern part of Africa, migrated to the west, and from the west we got sold to this part of the world, in Babylon. But this is the point I want to bring out. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them. So the Most High is going to raise us up in all the lands that we were scattered, man, and sold unto our enemies, and will return your recompense upon your own head. So the Most High said he's going to visit you devils, man. He's going to recompense you by who? By the hand of his people. The same ones that you had in slavery and bondage, man. Okay? And that's the theme that's in the air, man. Yasharalah's uprising. Okay? So it's going to get crazy this year, man. But like I said, the movie, you know, they showed a lot of things in it. And if your spiritual eyes is open, you know, you could separate the meat from the bone. Okay? But all in all, man, it's time for Jake to wake up, man. With that, I'm going to say, giving all praise, Yahawashi.